adding password successfully. What we need to do, we need to start the services, Nagios, and HTTP. Let's check the status. Most used public sector services and corporate sector. I need to fix the issue. Some issue will be there. System navigator service. Just let me check. Okay.
Okay.
Permission denied. Yeah. Okay. I got a problem. Fine. Because what's the problem over there? They are not able to give the permission to write inside the file. Okay. What you need to do, just go to that location where log Nagios. Earlier this problem was not there. Maybe this thing is available in the newer version. And here we need to be change the permission of Nagios log. Okay. How? Yes, you have seen this command?
Yes, yes.
Okay, only this kind of thing you should do.
You just change permission, no, John?
Yes, permission. Yes, only change the permission. Is install the plugins, set the password. When you're going to restart the services, it will fail. Before executing this command, what you need to do, chown, go to the var log nagios directory and then change the permission.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that's getting failed.
Okay. Okay. So,
Is it clear?
before that we are not able to access this file, okay? Because
Yes,
of permission.
permission issue.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, that's what earlier this time was not there. That's what first time seeing this thing. What happened? I got. And then this is the way to troubleshoot. If you get something issue, then just read those things and try to troubleshoot. Now Nagios admin is the username and password is server and not maybe to login. And see here, game one Nagios is running with the PID of this one. This Nagios server. Understood? And now if we check host, then the host name is the local host and it's up and running.
Mm-hmm.
If you go inside the host, it will show
Uh-huh.
all your information of your host. Means host is ping is okay. Means machine is glitching. Okay, there's no loss of packages, and all your information about your servers you will see in this dashboard. Okay, and this is the member of the Linux servers is the one of the members, and from here you can check what is the host status, what is the services status. This each and everything will visible from this dashboard. If you check the services, then you come to know these all the services. There's something it's showing two is okay, and is current load of the servers or current user of the servers okay states, because there's no too much load on the server.
Okay.
Okay. If we go host here and see all the host information like SSH. Now it's collecting, just they are just collecting the data. It will take certain amount of time. Okay, means after every 5 minutes, after 2 minutes, they are going to that dashboard to the servers, when what are the plugin is executed, what the script is executed, and then it will collect the data and it will visible in the dashboard.
Okay.
Okay, here current load is fine. HTTP is warning because we are running with the HTTP, and that's not a best one. It's a forbidden.
Okay.
Okay,
That's why show warning, right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, warning. And then all are right, all the thing it will come. Just refresh the page and go to the services.
Mm-hmm.
See, ping is okay. Root partition is okay. Means you can set the root partition right now. How much space? If you said okay, when the root partition is going to be increased more than 80%, then send me some kind of alert. You can configure this kind of thing.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. If we go and check SSH, again it will come because they are just right now they are collecting the data. It will take certain amount of time to collect the data. And once it will collect the data, it will show all those things in dashboard. Is it fine?
Yeah. Fine.
Perfect. Now we have successfully installed the Nagios on one of the nodes. Okay. And now before moving to that one, first I will show some of the files in Nagios. Means what are the files in Nagios? Because Nagios is all about the files, and all the files of Nagios is located inside the etc Nagios folder. Okay, all the configuration file. Okay, NRP is one of the configurations for remote execution. Means suppose you want to be monitor your remote server, then this plugin will go to the remote server and it will collect the data. Got it? Nagios.cfg is the main Nagios configuration file where all the things is defined. Means what's your
Mm-hmm.
configuration file, what's your templates. Means there's multiple templates where the command configuration file, where the contact configuration file, where the templates configuration file, each and
Mm-hmm.
every information. And one more thing, like we have seen local host configuration, and the local host
Mm-hmm.
we have, like they are monitoring the SSH, they are monitoring the ping services, HTTP services. Each and everything is defined in this file. Etc Nagios objects localhost.cfg.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? If you
Yeah.
want to monitor your switches or routers, if you want to monitor your printer devices, if you want to monitor whatever the devices you have, and if you want to monitor, then you have to just set your configurations, and then you are going to be monitor all your source
Okay.
with the help of that. Now, I'm going inside the this folder, object folder, one of the most important folder, and see here, and then suppose if you're going to monitor your Windows devices, then windows.cfg or localhost, or if you want to configure your own configuration, then you have to create a file and then define what are the templates you need. And once you define all the templates, and then you are going to monitor the resources of your servers. Okay, now let's read this configuration localhost.cfg. Localhost.cfg, whatever things I have shown you on the dashboard, like this one, localhost. And these are all the things is monitored. These are the services monitored on the localhost machine. Then how the system is monitored? The system is monitored with the help of whatever things you have defined in the configuration. The first thing we have defined the configuration, go and monitor the host, define host. Use Linux server is just like a template. Okay, means after in this template means when the data is going to be collected, when if they're not able to collect the data, when they are going to be retry to collect the data, or something you want to be notified, then this kind of thing is defined on that template. I will show you this thing also. It's defined on the template folder.
Okay.
The next thing is the host name, means what is your machine name, then whatever the alias name, and what's the IP address of your host you have to define in this way. Suppose if you are going to monitor some of the other nodes, then how you are going to define host, use, then it's the Linux server of a Windows, the Windows servers, and then host name need to define, then shortcut name, and then the alias name or IP address. Sorry. Got it? If you are going
Yeah.
to define a group of hosts, then this is the template to define the group of hosts. Or if you are going to define a particular services, then these are the things you need to define, like define service. And here, which services they are going to be, they are monitoring the ping services. Okay, and this is the command they are executing. Check ping means every time they are trying to ping the machine, and then once they have collected the data, it will show on your dashboard. Okay, like they are monitoring your ping services, they are monitoring your root partition, they're monitoring your current users, and they're monitoring your total processes. That's what if I show you in the dashboard, then this are things monitor. Means whatever things you have defined on that configuration file, only those resources going to be monitored. Is it fine?
Yeah, right, fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. These are all things. See, everything we have defined. Means suppose if you have database running, then we are going to monitor your database applications, or if network switches you want to be monitored, then you can monitor your switches or routers. Means whatever things you want to monitor, then just go there and monitor only those resources. No need to be in monitor the entire resources. Now one of the most important one is the template.cfg, and then all the templates is written like here. We have seen one of the generic template, and one template I show you, Linux server. See here, define host name is the Linux servers is just like a name of the template, and then it's going to be used for generic host, and other thing is going to be, it's going to be executed 24/7. After every 5-minute interval, they are getting and they are going to the server and collecting the data, and then retry. Once it will fail, then after again 1 minute they will try to retry those things. And maximum items, when they are maximum, they are trying to be 10 times. Okay, and if it's fail, then they are going to be do some kind of process. Okay, this is just a template name, like Windows servers, and you have to define the Windows has some servers, the template. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like that kind of thing. Just go and read this configuration, because Nagios is all about the configuration. The next thing what we need to do, we are going to be monitor one of the host machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like Windows machines or network devices or applications, means whatever the machine you have, whatever the operating system you are running, and we are going to monitor all those resources. Then what we need to do, we are going to be install the NRP plugin, Nagios remote plugin executor, and this plugin is going to be run on the remote machine. Master server will come to that one, and it will collect the data and it will display on the dashboards. Okay, let's see. Now what I'm going to do, first install the APL release, and then install the Nagios and Nagios plugins and NRP on your remote node. If it's Windows, then process different, and if it's Linux, then process different. Just refer the official document stage. Fine, installing.
Yeah.
This machine, suppose if I'm going to monitor this machine, then just go there and install the whatever the required thing. Yeah, once the package is installed, next thing what we need to do, we need to define on the remote server, means which machine is going to be acted as a server. Okay, go to the file, etc nagios nrp.cfg, and then allowed host, means which machine is acted as server. Define those machine active, and which machine is my server. This machine is my acted as server, and let's check the IP address, 100.35. Then on the remote node machine, I have to go on that configuration file, etc nagios nrp.cfg, and then on that allowed underscore host, in that definition, what we need to do, we need to define the server IP. Yeah, here we go. 192.168, then 100.135. Then this node will understand, okay, that's my master, and then it will get the data. It will send the data to that master machine. Okay. Once you have done, then restart the NRP services on your remote node. NRP, then check the status. It's running or not. Yeah, perfectly it's running, no issue. Then open the firewall port. Right now I have stopped the firewall, no problem. If firewall is running, then open this port 5616 slash TCP, which is used for NRP. Then it will send the data to the remote server. Fine. Now the next thing, we need to be monitor. What to monitor? Suppose if I want to monitor the ping services, if I want to monitor the disk or web server or the databases, then we need to be defined on the configuration on the servers. Means I want to be monitor those servers, only those kind of plugins. Means each monitor has a host configuration file, and you have to be go and define the configuration file first. Go to the master, Nagios master. Here, go to the folder. Okay, like here already I've shown you one configuration file, cd dot dot, and clicking on save. And what's the main configuration file? Nagios.cfg. And then if you want to be define your configuration file on particular, like all the nodes configuration file, then what we need to do, we are just going to be uncomment this line, because all those things I will keep inside this folder, Nagios servers folder. Make directory /etc Nagios and servers folder. And now inside that one, you have to be go into etc Nagios server folder, and then define. Like I want to be monitor by master.cfg. This is whatever the name of the machine, just define the name, or you can define anything, and .cfg is the most important thing. You have to define the extension. This is what you are going to monitor. And then you have to define like a host and this kind of thing. But suppose if you don't know, no to worry about that one. Just read the localhost.cfg vi objects localhost.cfg, and then suppose if I want to monitor the host, this is the parameters going to define. Now here we go. Define host, use for Linux server is the template name, and host name of the machine is master, and then alias name can be anything, master, and then IP address of your node machine. 192.168.100.128. Now it will, then what it will do, it will, host is added, and then which application of these services you want to monitor, define all those services kind of information as well. Like suppose if I want to monitor the ping services, then here's one template is there, you need to be go and copy those templates. The master and define dot diff service. Okay, something wrong. Define service, host, use local service, and this one. The most important thing is the host name. Host name must be the same, whatever things you have given on the master this name, and then this kind of what's IP. And then we try to ping those machines and we give the response. Save and quit and restart the Nagios service. System CTL restart Nagios. And now if you check in the dashboard, then one more node is added, and they are under monitored. If you check in the host, see here master node is up and running, and inside the master node, and it will display what are the services running on that service. Go to the service. See on the master node only ping services I have added. If you need to add the SSH, disk partition, whatever things you want to be added, or HTTP, just mention those kind of things and it will enter the monitor. Is that clear?
Yes, Rahil, it's clear. No problem.
Yes, Rahul.
Okay. Okay, this kind of thing is the monitor. Means whatever things you want to monitor, just add those services in the monitor. After that, nothing is there. Okay, this is the thing is the language. Like what need to monitor, you have to be go and define the configuration etc language server that defines what to monitor. Like I want to monitor the host machine, that's like the machine, right? And then next one, on side that one you need to define means which services you want to monitor. If you want to monitor the SSH, disk partition, then what you need to do, just add those kind of resources. Let's see one more example. Okay, I want to monitor the SSH. Okay, I want to monitor the SSH. Then this is the command SSH underscore check, and that plugin is running on the backend. Go to the master file. Host name. What's the host name? Host name is my master. Okay, that's it. And then we start again one Nagios. Then we check the dashboard. It's just like a monitoring the service. Here one more services in the pending, and once it will collect the data, it will show what's the status. It's a okay, warning, or service is not running, or unreachable, pending. It will show all your status. Is the thing clear?
Yeah, right. Clear. No problem.
Okay, this is all about the Nagios. Now, if you have any doubt, any question related Nagios, ask me. Okay.
Right, we can configure this one. Like if server is down like that, we will get mail in this.
Yes, we can configure. Okay, we need a plugins to use.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we need a plugins to use, and then we can configure each and everything.
This one, Nagios is latest. Then that one, ELK.
No, here you can configure also, or ELK also, means anywhere you can configure. All the monitoring server has the same kind.
No,
Okay.
like which one is latest one, like ELK or?
ELK is the latest one. ELK is the latest one. Okay, but Nagios is adopted and it's a very older one, and used in the wide range.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, this is all about those things. Okay, then whatever the doubts and all those things come to the classes. Okay, and we will fix those issues, no problem. But this is all about those content. Yes. Suppose if you want to monitor your Ansible server, Docker servers, what you need to do? Just add on the configuration.
Okay,
and
that
then
service one.
Yes, that services, and that service is going to be monitored.
Okay, fine.
Fine. Okay, then see you on the next. Okay, because the thing is got finished. Okay, and whenever you doubt you have and all those things, then feel free to ask, no problem.
Okay, so Rahil, yeah, right. Anita was like asking like if course is finished, so we will send up a mail that course has been completed like that only.
Okay.
So we will send a mail that.
Yes, we will send that mail, and if you have doubt later, no problem. You can come to the institute also, no problem.
Okay.
For me also,
And
no
I'll,
problem.
okay. And I'll please share the like some that one latest document for Ansible. Something missing in that document, and Kubernetes we didn't get.
Okay, sorry. Okay, fine. I will send.
Because in that Ansible 1, 2, 3 is there, 4 and 6 is not there. Okay, some
Okay.
PDF is not.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, Rahil, if anything, we will.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rahil.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Miss.
Join independent.
Yeah, thank you.